My name is Hans van der Meer. I'm a Dutch documentary photographer. I came here to Argentina because of the opening of this show in Schlifka, Molina. I'm one of the artists. The work shown here is from a series called Dutch Fields, series I started in 1995, finished in 1998, and it's about amateur football in the context of the Dutch landscape. Basically it's a book and an exhibition. The subject of football in the end allows me to fulfill a lot of ideas what I have about photography. Basically, to my opinion, photography can be a very pointy medium. And for me, when I discovered football, and especially space in football, by publishing a book about archival pictures already in 1998, I continued working on the subject later on also in Europe, and it gave me a lot of pleasure because of its generosity in terms of what you can tell about human being, about men like me. I'm an amateur football player myself, so a lot of the situations I know quite well. But for me as a photographer, it's much more interesting that I could play around with a couple of ideas about landscape, a subject in the foreground, landscape in the background. Also the pleasure of freezing certain situations in football.
Yeah, I'm just really happy to be part of this show with all Dutch people. Traveled all the way to Argentina, Buenos Aires to be part of this show. What you see is the result of what I do in my studio. So I have like a big place and I create a big mess, a big chaos, and I take a lot of pictures with people and mess and paint, and this is like fruit and Vaseline and sticks and whatever I can kind of like find or bring into the space. And then I kind of like search for a moment where the image becomes into something maybe meaningful or something. So for example, this is Atlas, you know, the mythological figure. Somebody holding, you know, something on his back. Here you see the upper body and here are the legs. And maybe this is like a little bit more like a primitive image.
This is interesting for me to be part of this because when I got the invitation, it's called Oranje. So it's a kind of like it was, okay, finally I'm in a kind of selection of Dutch artists. So in a kind of, so I like very much the choice of the gallery and the curator, that it's the works are very different, and they show, they give a kind of, not an overview of Dutch art because you know it's not a big exhibition, but they give really a variety of people that deal in a very different way with art and with life, and that's why I like really to be part of this exhibition.